Now at 6, a crash on Peace Church Road in Jasper County takes the life of a Wyandotte man. Plus, both Colgan and Webb City football teams play at home tonight for a chance to go to state championship games. We're going to have the previews, and some area 8th graders weigh in on where they would fit in the world of the Hunger Games.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A driver who led Joplin police on a chase today now faces a number of charges. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Began this morning when an officer tried to perform a traffic stop on a pickup truck near Jung Stadium. The pickup driver fled. The chase ended near North Jackson and E Street, where the driver got out and ran. Police used a canine to track down the driver in a shed. That suspect, Matthew Kimmel of Webb City, was arrested on traffic-related charges in addition to burglary in the second degree, tampering with a motor vehicle, and resisting arrest. He had a felony resisting arrest warrant out of Jasper County with a $50,000 bond. A jury in Cherokee County, Kansas, finds a Baxter Springs man guilty of child sex crimes. Authorities say 40-year-old Jeremy Shrout sexually assaulted a minor between 2019 and 2021. The jury found him guilty of 3 counts of rape, 1 count of aggravated indecent liberties with a child. A sentencing hearing has been scheduled for January 24th. A Wyandotte man loses his life in a crash in Jasper County, Missouri. That crash happened around midnight last night on Peace Church Road. A southbound SUV left the road and overturned through a fence, then caught fire. The driver, John Lynch of Wyandotte, Oklahoma, died at the scene. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be another nice day for us today. We did have the clouds, some drizzle during the morning hours, but then sunshine during the afternoon. And we do have thunderstorms in the forecast as we head into the weekend. And look at this, we need the rain. We know we've been behind for quite some time, but it's November 17th. We haven't had any this month, so we need some good beneficial rain across the region. All right, numbers today, 61 for a high, just above our average high of 58 degrees. It looks pretty good right now. Most of us are sitting near 50 outside, and we're going to continue to drop back actually fairly quickly into the mid 30s later on tonight. But if you're going to be out this evening, sliding back through the 40s quickly. Saturday looks great. Thunderstorms Sunday, rain on Monday, watching another system on Black Friday. We're going to have all these details here in just a bit.
See you soon. Crews have begun installing the city's first ever community tree at Immigrant Park in Pittsburgh. The tree, a 16-foot tall, pre-lit, fully decorated artificial sequoia, will be used every year to kick off the holidays in Pittsburgh. For one city official, the tree serves not just as a symbol of the season, but also of city growth.
A lot of development going on up and down Broadway right now, so we see a lot of growth in this area, and we're really excited to add this to our seasonal planning.
The tree is going to be installed at Pritchett Pavilion. First responders fired up the grills today for a good cause. The Burgers and Badges event took place at Fire Station 1 in Pittsburgh. Folks could grab a burger or cheeseburger, chips, cookies, and water for $7, and the money helps area children.
We do not charge for any of our services, so all of our clients do not have to pay for any services, or any of the people that we work with do not pay for any of the services. So, and we really rely on grant funding and community donations, so this really helps us pay for a lot of stuff that we offer services for.
All of the proceeds went to benefit the Children's Advocacy Center. Runners from across the country have made their way to Joplin ahead of a national track meet this weekend. Some of those athletes stopped by Royal Heights Elementary in Joplin to meet with some of the kids. The runners played in recess and colored with the kids, read books, and just overall spent some time with them. For the NCAA, the event was a great way to give back and serve as role models. For the kids, it was a great way to just have some fun.
Definitely, like, the NCAA really has like a big initiative in giving back to the community, and it's just definitely like trying to act as a role model to the kids that obviously want to be where we are one day.
Well, they're pretty good. Probably playing tag with them.
The runners will compete in the Division II Cross Country Championships tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m. With the release of the new Hunger Games movie, KOAM's Anthony Saviello found some fans of the movie to see where they would fit in the Hunger Games world. I understand we're having some technical difficulties with that report. We'll see if we can have that for you a little bit later. For a list of where you can see that movie, you can go to our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Coming up, the big prize is within reach as Webb City looks to punch their ticket to a state title. John's going to have more on the Cardinals' chances coming up in sports. Plus, they aren't the only team with eyes on the prize as Colgan hopes to make their way to state finals. John has more on both games coming up.
I'll have the avocado toast.
We told you the new Hunger Games movie is out. With KOAM's Anthony Saviello talked with some local fans.
The Hunger Games are to punish the districts. Those tributes don't have a choice.
In the world of the Hunger Games, those between the ages of 12 to 18 years old are pitted against each other in a fight to the death. Though this is only a movie, we wanted to see how fans feel they would fare in these games.
Probably be the first one dead.
You probably the first one?
Yeah.
Allison Martin is an 8th grader seeing the movie for the very first time, along with her friend Becca, though the two of them differ on how they would fit into the world.
What district would you be in and why?
Probably 1, since they make like luxury goods, and so I probably wouldn't be very poor.
Honestly, probably be in District 12, just because like I love the singing and dancing. It just seems really fun to do. Okay. And it seems like they have like colorful clothing.
Well, may the odds be ever in their favor, and in favor of the theaters across the area as they prepare for tributes hungry to watch the games. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Good luck with that poor little songbird.
Where is she?
Now, a small town in Arkansas has big hopes to protect its residents years after the local police force was disbanded. Alejandra Hernandez has more from the town of Egypt.
When we had a police presence, even if it was a small presence, still it was someone that people could count on.
It's the one person that people who live in Egypt have been missing since 2020 when the city lost its police department. Cheryl Lingo lives on Highway 91. She said the city sees many of the same crimes, like speeding, which worries her when her grandchildren are playing outside.
Forget trying to ride on bikes. One of my granddaughters tries to rollerblade on the street occasionally, but that's only if we know it's not during a time when cars and things are going to go by.
The city recently began its process to form a police department again. Petty thefts are also a concern for the residents. Lingo said response times are long, which worries citizens when more dangerous crimes happen. Lingo said a friend had her house broken into. While her friend was hiding with the intruder in her home, she called 911.
All that 911 could say to her was, honey, they'll be there in about 15 to 20 minutes. And of course, the intruder was no longer there, but he was rattling doorknobs and everything trying to get in that house with her and her younger daughter.
Annette Upton is the city recorder. She knows residents always have the same concerns. She told us what the department would look like.
A part-time police chief and a patrol officer. So it's not going to be a huge department.
Upton, too, said petty thefts and speeding are a concern for the residents. And now the city is ready to take the next step.
The next step is to get our policies in place and getting a budget set up for the police department.
If everything goes according to plan, Upton hopes the city will have a police department in place by the spring. A little bit later, Liberal lands a coach for their softball program. John's going to have more for us in sports.
Plus, we have some thunderstorms in the forecast for this weekend. We're going to look at that coming up.
Celebrate the most wonderful complex, home of Connecta Culture and Spiva Center for the Arts.
Well, it turned out to be a nice Friday afternoon after a gloomy start. It was cloudy. We had drizzle across the region. It was windy today, but it turned out to be great when the sunshine popped out late morning into the early afternoon. It looks fantastic on the big town tonight. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We're looking at downtown Joplin. So from 7th Street, 7th and Joplin Northeast. into the city, and it looks great. We're going to have a nice night tonight. It's going to be a little bit on the chilly side. Temperatures eventually will drop back into the mid-30s. Not the case right now. Most of us are still sitting low to mid-50s, but we are going to cool down. Let's go outside. Here's 7th and Range Line sitting at 52. Northerly winds at about 10. Visibility is good, and all the clouds we had earlier are gone. So we'll have those clear skies tonight into tomorrow. You can see the back edge of the clouds racing off toward the south and to the east. This whole bunch of nothing, that's our weather tomorrow. That spin off the coast of California, that's our system for Sunday and Monday. That is going to give us showers and thunderstorms across the region. So this system will quickly kick out, jump over the Rockies, and then slide in as we head into early next week. All right, day planning for you Saturday. 36 to start, 59 by noon, 62 by 4. Great day, high temp 63, plenty of sunshine. The winds will start to pick up tomorrow night into Sunday. So it's not going to be windy tomorrow, but look at the winds by Sunday. We're going to have gusts again in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range. No rain chances all the way until, here's 10 a.m. Sunday, 2 p.m. Sunday, 6 p.m. Sunday. So you can see those rain chances climb as we get into Sunday afternoon. So let's look at it. 7 a.m. showers, far western counties, most of us just cloudy. Hit and miss light showers through the morning. Here's 1:30. Scattered thunderstorms pop up. It's not going to be a wall of rain. Scattered hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. Nothing too strong or severe. Here's 6 p.m. But the coverage increases as we get into Sunday night and Monday morning. So periods of showers and thunderstorms all the way into Monday morning. And then once we get past Monday morning, they will kind of start to taper off into lighter showers. So we need the rain. Rainfall with this next system, I think most of us, is low as 1/4 of an inch, but as high as 3/4 of an inch, which of course we need. All right, so light showers once we move into Monday afternoon, and then just kind of drizzle Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then we start to clear out. Let's go all the way into Thanksgiving. Not bad. Look at this. Partly sunny, high temps, upper 50s to near 60. But by Black Friday, here comes our next system. Showers across the region as colder air filters in. We may get a little rain snow mix as we get into late next week. So we got a lot to watch as we go through the next several days. Tomorrow looks great. 63, 59 on Sunday, 54 on Monday, 50 on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, pretty good, a little chilly, and then we'll watch that next system moving in on Black Friday. I'm just happy to have something to talk about for a change for the past couple of weeks.
We don't want the meteorologists to get bored. We don't want them to get too interested either, though. Let's,
just
somewhere
entertain.
in the middle. Yeah, that would be fine. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Colgan football tries to punch its ticket to the state championship tonight. John Dales is live at Hutchinson Field ahead of the Panthers semifinal game. That's up next.
The Mansion Theater for the Performance
Naylor and Frisco Funeral Homes.
Hey, welcome into Hutchinson Field in Pittsburgh, where tonight it's the site for a Class 1A state semifinal as Colgan tries to keep its undefeated season alive and punch its ticket to the state championship game next Saturday. Now the Panthers 11-0 entering play tonight. Their opponent this evening is Jefferson County North. The Chargers come in at 10-1. Their only loss this season is to St. Mary's. That's the same team Colgan went on the road last week and beat by 25 points. However, the Chargers have won 5 in a row since that loss. Should be exciting here tonight at Hutch Field. Last week was the Panthers' first taste at a real competitive game in over a month plus. That 25-point win at St. Mary's, well, it was the slimmest margin of victory for Colgan since a 7-point win against Frontenac back in week 1 of the regular season. Now, that's not the only playoff game happening in the area. Over to Southwest Missouri, Webb City hosts the Class 5 state quarterfinal. The Cards trying to get to the semifinal round for the first year under new head coach Ryan McFarland. Tonight, Webb City hosts Grain Valley. The Eagles haven't lost since September 8th. They've won 8 in a row. Meanwhile, Webb City has won 4 in a row entering tonight, and it just beat up on Carthage last week. Our own Brock Baldridge is there tonight. We're going to have the highlights from that game as well as this one tonight on KOAM News at 10. Meanwhile, Class 3 quarterfinal going on tonight. Seneca on the road at Ava. Each of those teams are 11-0 coming into tonight. The Bears really haven't been tested much all year. Their closest game they've played was a 24-point win over Mountain Grove. It's the closest game they've played all season. Meanwhile, Seneca comes into tonight undefeated. They just blew out Mount Vernon last week. We're going to have the highlights from that one as well tonight on KOAM News at 10. Then over to Oklahoma. We have just one of our local teams left in the playoffs in the Sooner State, Wyandotte, who won at home last week. Tonight the Bears go on the road to Hominy. 7 o'clock kick in that one. Hominy is undefeated entering tonight. Stay tuned for a score update from that one as well. Now switching gears over to some non-football high school sports. Early signing period continuing for senior high school athletes into today. And a softball standout at Liberal commits to play at the next level earlier this afternoon. Bailey Couch, a 3-sport athlete, continuing her academic and athletic career when this afternoon she signs her national letter of intent to play softball at Fort Scott Community College.
Really excited to play at the next level, especially at Fort Scott, because 2 of my former teammates are going there already. They're freshmen this year, and one girl I spent like 3 years playing with is also committed there. And I met a really good friend at the camp, and we've been talking a lot, and we're super excited to go there together.
In the semifinals of that tournament against Nebraska Kearney, they're currently losing 2-0 in the 3rd set of that match. If the Lions do lose, they finish out the regular season 16-15. If they win, they advance to the finals tomorrow evening. Well, we hope you'll be able to join us for highlights from football action tonight on KOAM News at 10. But for now, that's all we have for sports, and we're going to be back after this.
Including the Purple Heart and Good Conduct Medal, we are proud to salute Benjamin Smith, a 4-state hero.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A Pittsburgh resident is talking with the city over an accident that left her son with a broken arm and a concussion. Plus, volunteers helped the Joplin Empire Market decorate for the holiday season. And we're going to check out the hottest toys topping Christmas lists this year. Those stores, a lot more. It's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. 2 Miami, Oklahoma residents teamed up to bring back a Christmas tradition. These 36-inch diameter spheres were custom built with fiberglass, inspired by a tradition that dates back to 1947. However, the last street ornament of this sort was destroyed in a flood. This revival of tradition is thanks to Cody Allen and Bill Osborne. They teamed up to bring back an iconic part of their childhood growing up in Miami.
The original balls were externally wired. All the wire was visible from the outside, and these are all internally wired. Just kind of clean it up a little and just make it hopefully something that'll last from here on out.
The Christmas street ornaments will hang north of the Coleman Theater along with the rest of the city's Christmas lights. Certainly distinctive, and it'll be nice to have those back in town.
Absolutely.
It's starting to feel a bit more like Christmas stuff.
It is. At least Saturday is going to be nice and fall-like. 63 sunny skies, but colder on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Showers and thunderstorms rolling in, but we definitely need the rain.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.
Captioning on KOAM News is sponsored by Aaron Sachs and Associates.